Now I told y'all on the last one, give me like 48 hours, and I was gonna watch Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 1. I did. So, spoiler alerts coming up. If you haven't watched it, you got about 4 or 5 seconds while the intro music play to pause, go watch that shit, and come back after you finish. For those who have watched it, let's talk about it, man. I'm ready. Let's go. Play the intro. Yo, welcome back. Yeah, man. Y'all already know what's going on. This is the series premiere. Episode 1, Season 1, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. I don't know why I turned movie announcer right there, but let's just get into it, man. I already told them folks in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? If they ain't washed their head out, because we about to get into these spoilers. I am impressed. And I'm going to just start right there. I am very impressed with what 50 and all of the team, the showrunners, writers, producers, stars, everyone. I'm very impressed with everything that they're doing as far as this Power Universe is concerned. Like, I know the lady who runs the show had already said, you know, they're gonna build this out into a whole universe. It's gonna be multiple books and whatever. And she wasn't fucking lying. Like, this shit, we on book 3. Then I came up with a whole a whole intro scene or intro card for the Power Universe. That was dope. I peeped that. I'm like, oh shit, what's this? Power Universe? But let's just get into episode 1. Because I don't know, like, it's not much to talk about, but it's a lot to talk about, right? So, catching everything back up a little bit. Power Book 1, we saw the story of Ghost and Tasha and Tommy and Angela, and along the way, you know, we got Kanan and Jukebox, and, you know, a few other players came in, Councilman Tate, you know what I'm saying? A few other players came in and basically established the Power Universe. Power Book 2, we got Tariq and Tasha. Method Man's character fell into place. A few other people we get introduced to, the Tejadas and Monet Tejada, played by Mary J. Blige, whatever. That's setting up book 2. And that is the sequel to the original Power, book 1, I guess we'll call it. Book 3, prequel. Like, the very first time card, 1985. We way back there, like around the birth of hip hop, and just a time where Southside Jamaica, Queens was not as gentrified as it is today. Like, it was still the hood, still the streets, still shit going on. We introduced to Kanan as a kid. Like, I think he might have been 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in the elementary school era, right? He at the park getting jumped for his money. The kids beating him down. This little crew of delinquents dressed in fucking Adidas tracksuits and Kango hats with tinfoil chains on was beating my dog up, took his money, had him running home crying. They had Jukebox hemmed up so she couldn't help, which made Kanan's like, you know, I got to get the fuck out of here. Ran home crying to his mama. And so we get introduced to Raquel, a.k.a. Rock. Dope actress, plays her. I forgot her name. Let me look it up real quick. Patina Miller is her name. Yes. Shout out to this beautiful black lady. She was acting her ass off. And I can't wait to see how her character evolves, because I don't know, like, I don't know. I've never seen her before. Patina, I've never seen her before. Maybe I have and just don't know. I'm not sure. But she was playing the fuck out of that character. I'm ready to see how her shit evolves. But yeah, so he goes back home to mom. We meet Raquel, like I said, played by Patina. She like, we ain't no punks around here, so we going back up to this park. Here, I got something for you. She took a tube sock, filled it up with some batteries, some some C and D batteries. She filled that shit up with a bunch of thick ass batteries. They went back up to that park. She told him, you either be they ass, or I'm gonna beat your ass. And you can't hide from me because we live in the same house. So you need to go out there and handle that. He went out there, got to work, cracking teeth, breaking sunglasses, knocking off Kango hats, you know what I'm saying, busting lips, rearranging noses, blacking eyeballs. I appreciated that because they jumped my dog. Now, if this was a fair one-on-one, no weapons. Why you got weapon? Don't do that. But no, it was like 3 niggas on my dog, and then the 4th nigga was holding the back jukebox. You know, put your hands on my girl cousin, and then you jumping me. No, you finna get this work. And he laid their asses out. And that was the start of what I feel is gonna be a beautiful episode. And it was like, this episode 1 is pretty much an introduction, right? So we fast forward from there. Kanan's in high school. He basically introduces us to all of his friends. Narrated by 50 Cent, by the way. This is one thing I really liked about the episode. I'm pretty sure they're going to continue to do it throughout the whole series. If they don't, like, why would you not? But I think they are. And it's 50 like narrating the entire story. So there's moments in the show where I feel like you wouldn't quite get it, you know what I'm saying, or it would take a lot more acting and script writing and dialogue to really tell that part of the story. 50 Cent just come in off the top as the voice in the sky and narrates through it, and we good. And I like stuff like that because the episode was an hour long, as it should be. It's a premiere episode. The rest of them probably going to be more closer to the 40-minute mark, but it didn't feel like I was watching an hour long like episode, and there was no blandness or dryness to it because we had somebody kind of making sure you understand what's going on in the story, because now this is new. All these characters are new. Like I said, Kanan is in high school now, and he introduces us to his crew of friends. We got favorite cousin Jukebox. Like I said, she was at the park getting held up. You know, that was some bullshit. But, you know what I'm saying, she's grown up now. 50 said she could hold her own now better than any nigga. So, fucking with that. We got Jukebox. Davina, which is this girl that he's crushing on in the neighborhood. His homeboy, Famous, who is a Puerto Rican dude that keeps saying nigga a lot. His uncles Lulu and Marvin, who are helping out his mom with her drug business, because I didn't mention that Raquel is a fucking queen pin. Has been since she been knocking niggas upside the head with socks full of batteries. Like she got her name got weight in the street, and that's the whole angle we playing. She's the queen pin of a drug organization or a crew of niggas who sell drugs, and we running like this is a regular power story from there. So from this point of, you know, introducing all the characters, it's pretty much storyline. You know what I'm saying? This is Kanan narrating the moment that turned him into the Kanan we saw get killed, or what started that moment. You know what I'm saying? This is the moment that turned Kanan into the street life, pretty much. So from here, right, Kanan's mom, Raquel, she's really excited. The principal put her on to this dope new school or whatever that's supposed to give Kanan all this opportunity to get out of the hood. Obviously, you know, that's the whole trope that black moms have with their kids. They want better for their kids, and they often try to do it through education or sports. I don't know if Kanan was into any sports or whatever, but apparently he's pretty smart. Yeah, like you got to take an entrance exam just to even get into this school. The principal met up with him and his mom specifically to talk to him about it. So looked like he got a bright future. But things get shaky, right? Because while him and his mom and his uncles and, you know, his friends or whatever are having this nice family bonding moment at a diner they like to frequent, you know, there's a drive-by. And it's not like, you know, a typical drive-by where somebody's life is, you know, hanging in the balance. Nah, it's just some warning shots let off into the air, whatever. Raquel immediately takes her as this is not a threat. This is a invitation to have a meeting. I don't know why. I don't know. He couldn't just send a letter. I don't know what the fuck. Is it beepers around at this time period? I don't know what time we in now when Kanan's in high school, but he could have reached out another way. I felt Kanan when he was like, nah, that nigga tried to kill you. I felt him on that because, goddamn, bro, you gonna send somebody to spin the block when you could just say, hey, let's have a conversation. That same person you had shooting could have just pulled up on me and be like, my boss want to holler at you. Meet him over here this day. Like, why we gotta shoot? You know what I'm saying? But it's the streets, it's the drug game or whatever. Raquel know what's up though. So she goes to meet with him or whatever. He's trying to punk her, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Y'all taking up too much of the blocks or whatever. I seen your boys over here. They were doing this, X, Y, and Z. Ultimately, that conversation led to Rock telling him, nigga, I don't care that you a man or whatever and you run your business like this. You gonna take these corners and I'm gonna take these corners. He's like, why'd you get 3 and I get 4? It's just because that's what the fuck I said. Don't play with me. Like we got something good going on. Have what you gonna have. I'm gonna have what I'm gonna have. Them my corners anyway that I'm giving to you to make peace for some other shit that happened. So don't even press me like that. I gave what I gave and you gonna get what you get. He agrees to the terms or whatever. But on the flip side, you know what I'm saying, Kanan don't know nothing about this meeting. He barely know what the fuck going on with this drug game shit. So he in his head, like, man, after that shootout shit, I can't just go to this little preppy white school and leave my mom and my friends out here in the hood or whatever. I don't know what I could come back to one day on holiday. So he starts coming up with a plan with his friends, like, not only do we need to retaliate, but we need to do it now. But nah, he ain't say that. But he comes up with a plan to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? His homies are down, obviously, because I ride for my motherfucking niggas. Like, this is a lifestyle with black people. We gonna ride for ours. So his homeboys are down. At the same time, he's in his head about this test, so he pretty much planned to tank it. I mean, we kind of saw that coming from the moment the principal sat them down in her office and explained the whole situation about the school. Like, yes, they got escalators, $150 million building, you know, all these fucking science labs and amazing staff and all this other shit, but this is a nigga from Southside Jamaica, Queens, who got a family that's in the drug game and friends who are in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily in a illegal capacity, but, you know, they out there. They fighting people and all kind of shit. So it's like he don't want to leave that. He don't. He just wants to be close to the people that make him feel comfortable, people that make him feel happy, and the people that he feel like he needs to protect. So, with that being said, of course, he bombs the test. And on top of that, he goes and retaliates against Unique, which I don't know if I said that, but that's Joey Badass played by Unique. Not played by Unique. That's Joey Badass who is playing Unique. Unique is played by Joey Badass. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, and while I'm on that, shout out to 50 Cent, Courtney Kemp, and everybody over at Stars and the whole Power team for just continuing to reach back into hip-hop or whatever and give our artists who dabble in acting, you know, more chances to get a bag because they've been making some great selections. Kendrick was good on Power. Book 2, not Tejada. Yeah, her name is Tejada. Mohamed Tejada, played by Mary J. Blige. She was good on Book 2. Got Woody the Great from Instagram. Had a fire role in Power Book 2. Like, they doing shit as far as the acting choices and yeah. They making some good choices. I'm fucking with it. Back to the story. This nigga goes, he kills one of the boys that was standing on the corner. Kanan and his friend. They go and kill one of the boys that was standing on the corner that he figures is still his mom's corner. He's like, they disrespected my mama, and after they done shot at her, nah, I'm finna go handle this. Not knowing that Rock had already made this deal with Unique to give him those corners or whatever. So of course they amateurs and nothing's done on the low. They in broad daylight shooting at kids as kids, you know what I'm saying? So of course the street talker, y'all see this one boy kill this other boy, like Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know why I said that, but word get back to Unique. He ain't feeling that. So obviously, Rock was like, damn, I gotta go meet with this nigga again and figure out what's going on. Unique tell her, like, you know what I'm saying, your son is in the streets, bro. Like, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, the moment you and your drug dealer baby daddy who helped you get into this business in the first place, the moment y'all had a kid, like, he was a part of this shit. So you might as well just stop trying to protect him in the ways you protected him. He making his own decisions. He's in it now, like, fully. You did what you could to keep him out of it, but that ain't gonna work. So it is what it is. Rock ends up sacrificing the rest of her corners. You know what I'm saying? We told you earlier. He was like, nigga, you gonna get these 3, I'm gonna get these 4. Cause fuck you, and I ain't scared. She gave them 4 up because she wanted to keep her son alive. Kanan did something stupid. She reprimanded him for it. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, she was like, you know what? Unique is right, bro. Like, he in it now. Like, as much as I try to do to keep him out of it, he's here. So let me just go ahead and prepare him. She take him to this empty, I don't know, field. It's not a field. It's in New York. They don't really got fields. Some empty lot. That's fine. Empty lot. They letting off rounds and shit. She's getting poetic and deep with her words and terminologies, explaining that they are never to be hunted. They are the hunters. And this is the birth of Kanan. You can see on his face, like, oh yeah, finna go get them niggas, and we're gonna keep getting niggas, and we're gonna keep growing. From there, you know, they pretty much roll out, and we get ready to experience episode 2 of Raising Kanan. I don't know. I did what I could as far as explaining the story. It's up to y'all niggas to watch it if y'all want to watch it. Some of y'all have, especially if you listening to this, you had to have watched it because I just spoiled everything for you. But my thoughts on it, good first episode. I was like hooked and intrigued from like start to finish. Like, oh my goodness, we're getting these new characters. We're getting to see Kanan's mom and how he started his transition from essentially a smart young nigga like Tariq into the drug business or whatever. And it's really adding a lot of clarity to why Kanan felt the way he felt when he came onto Power Book 1 and was interacting with Ghost. Like, nigga, I see Tariq. He ain't gonna do nothing but be another you. Just like I ended up being another version of my parents who was in this shit. So I don't know. Great show. Well, great episode, I should say. I'm ready for episode 2. I want to see what happens next. Like, they left it where this show ended. They left it on a point where, you know, Kanan is excited that his mom is embracing him finally and pulling him into the drug business. And now that there's a bounty, or there was a bounty on Kanan's head, and Rock had to give up her corners, you know what I'm saying? It's time to start taking some shit back because we got to keep this money coming in over everything. So I'm expecting episode 2 to be about that. You know what I'm saying? Them retaliating against Unique and trying to get back, at least get back the corners that they lost. Or I don't know. They left a lot up to interpretation. But overall, I'm really fucking with episode 1. I can't wait to see episode 2. They come out every Sunday, so I'm gonna watch that shit on Sunday when it drop. Probably try to have my review or recap or whatever you want to call it. Probably try to have this on the Blurred Cast within the next day or 2 after that. But that's pretty much it, man. If I did a terrible job at explaining the plot and all this other stuff, my bad. You know what I'm saying? You can't just watch it and then, you know, look at this as conversation, because that's what I'm trying to do. Just have a conversation with you. Understand how y'all feel about it. So do that. Watch it. Episode 1 if you haven't, or if you didn't finish it, or whatever the fuck. You listening to this, I'm assuming you finished it. So when episode 2 drop, we're going to come back. We're going to do this same thing. This is fun. So we're going to rock out. Before I close, My favorite scene from this episode was the dog in the microwave because that bitch had it coming after she tried my dog at the club. If you know, you know. We ain't even gonna break that down. That's just gonna be for the people who know. Yeah, this is Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 1. Review, recap, whatever you want to call it. That's it. I'll catch y'all in the next one, especially the next one that I do. That's going to be for Episode 2. Damn, nigga was rhyming. All right, that's it.